Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
I've
Drawing things that we can try.
What do you mean by that?
Right.
Oh, other drawing games.
Yeah.
It's just the web browser stuff's hard for me to capture because I can't capture my monitors for some reason.
Weird.
If it's like a program, no problem.
And the window capture doesn't work?
No, it's all just black. I don't understand.
That's very weird.
Let's land here.
Oh, raindrops keep falling on his head.
But like in one single line.
Yeah.
Yes. Here we go. It's a
no, it's not. All right, he's got 6 teeth. That's good.
Going to examine that area.
What?
Thermite grenade out.
All right. Oh, he's
Gene
excited
Simmons?
about it.
Is he getting tortured?
That's not water.
Is it acid?
Happy New Year, 1985.
Look at the map. The next ring is far.
Is it an attack on Titan? Getting nuked by fish?
The Fire Eye Titan. Why did they move away from that starting song? Because it's so much better than any of the other starting songs they ever had.
I mean, I got used to the other one, but.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. What?
What?
Oh.
He's got fire eyes and he's dripping water on his head.
He was annoyed because
Makes
the water
sense.
kept dropping on his head.
All right, Dan.
No, I don't think it's quite Dan. It was that his eyes were on fire because it was the show that he was pissed off.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't follow that logic.
I mean, in words, yeah. Oh,
it's a
frig.
Oh, it's one of these.
Yeah.
It's a delicious.
What is a stone fruit?
I didn't get
Things with a large seed in the middle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm yesterday, and they talked about stone fruit, and I was like, I've never heard of this term in my life.
Yeah.
Friends, take a look over there. It's a cargo bot.
So like a
Speaking of pitted
peach,
I shot down a cargo bot.
an apricot, a cherry.
I don't know.
Avocado?
Yeah.
I think well, it's not a fruit, right? Or is it?
Friends, I've got a vault key.
Gotta hop up here.
Nectarines.
Let's go this way.
Tangelo.
No, that's a citron.
What about a plum?
Watch out for the new
Yes.
kill leader, friend.
Apple.
Plum, pineapple, apple, plum.
Right. Would a date count?
Setting up a zip line.
Only if you buy me dinner first.
That is a date.
I need energy ammo.
You have to have dinner bought for you to go on a
There
date.
is not much time left.
So here, I got a social question for you because I was watching. Well, Kate was watching Terrace House last night, and I caught a little bit of it. So there's a
It's terrorist house.
Well, it's not Terrorist House, but
The 24th, the new season.
so it's Terrace House. Is that reality show that's kind of about dating, but more about like just Japanese young people living their lives. And there's a 19-year-old man on the show. He asked one of the 20-year-old women out on a date, and then he was like, I want to go to this restaurant. It's an hour away, and he doesn't have a driver's license. So she had to drive them both to the restaurant, despite expressing that she is not a confident driver.
Yeah, that's a bad look.
What's your opinion on this situation?
Did he offer to get an Uber?
Yeah, see, that's the option that you.
Uber is the way.
I don't speak Japanese, but it feels like that's a kind of a long Uber, right?
Wait, how long?
An hour each way?
I don't know. This is gonna be like $30.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like if you're gonna ask somebody else out on a date, I think you know.
I need energy ammo.
So restarting OBS fixed my issue.
Hey,
now it's captured
let's
my
go.
display.
Sick.
Yay.
So I'm just everybody thinks this is
I
a
need
social
barrel
faux
mod.
pas.
Well, like, what else are you gonna do? Like, if you offer the Uber and there's a no, then do you have another option?
Go to someplace in walking distance.
I don't think the
What if
terrorists
you don't
really
live within
abide
walking
by
distance or
social
something?
Well, they live in a city.
You're
Take a
not
bus.
saying that it would be $80. I mean,
I'm gonna
in
back
New
up
York,
Chad here because Uber is more expensive in Japan.
I mean, I believe that, but I don't know if that's what they're saying. But in New York, like I could take like it takes about an hour to get to Manhattan from where I am, and it's like 30, 40 bucks.
Manhattan.
Let's go.
Manhattan.
Anyway, after that, she banished him to the Shadow Realm socially, which was
Wow.
fun to watch. She was like, "He's cut out of my life. He does not exist."
It's a
I
bit
could use that.
aggressive.
I don't know. I was like, "Yes, queen."
Who's ready to fly on a zip?
Get him.
I am.
But like, he doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah, figure it out, dude. They're just giving him out. All you gotta do is pass a test.
The legs really helped there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think you either you splurge on the taxi or you pick a better
Body
place.
shield
Yeah,
here.
I agree
Level
with that.
3.
Nowadays, you know. You don't want to inconvenience someone on their
It just
first date.
seems, my opinion was like, it's like, hey, kid, you're young, like real young. But if you ask a lady on a date, don't give her a chore on top of it. It's like, hey, can you
Yeah.
drive us to the to the venue? Also, it's a prohibited. It's like a trip. It's a far
Yeah.
distance for us to go.
Yeah,
to like
and
go
then
to a
can you
restaurant.
drive me home.
Yeah, exactly.
afterwards, too?
And
Like,
then-
yeah.
But
Moreover,
is it expecting the guy to like lead her through the date and to be the driver, like a chivalrous
Well,
thing?
see,
'Cause
like,
I feel
I-
like chivalry's dead because women are on an equal level as men,
I
right?
think it's more of like if I'm saying like, hey, go on a date with me,
This place has seen
then
activity.
I'm sort of the onus is on me to
Here I
bring
go.
them to
I,
the date.
I agree. If you're like, hey, I want to go to this restaurant and it's an hour away, but you have to drive, I'd be like,
Yeah.
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Plus, it's so like not agile because what if you get to the restaurant and the date goes badly?
Yeah. Then you have an hour-long car ride.
You got an hour-long car ride on the way home, and she might Cameron Diaz you from Vanilla Sky.
She could Cameron Diaz you and put a bunch of jizz in her hair.
There's a lot of Cameron Diaz things she could do. She could also be a bad teacher.
Lisa, I'm not talking about you making me drive. We're talking about
Oh, that's
this hypothetical
no. It's the same.
situation.
If Kate was like, "Hey, I want to go to this restaurant. It's an hour away. Let's hop in the caddy.
I'll
I'm
take
en
you.
route. I'll
Close
drive.
range.
If
No,
we're
but
going
no,
somewhere an
no,
hour
no.
away, I want to drive.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
never want to know. I do not want my life in someone else's hands.
100% agree.
I like to whip it.
What is that like?
Like good?
That's when you turn a corner fast.
Oh no,
Don't do that.
I don't want
I like to whip it.
to. You don't get to drive with us.
Yeah.
I can't do that when I have a baby in the car, though, so I drive safely.
Yeah.
You should definitely not whip it.
I drive super safe. I was driving like 10 miles an hour when we had a little bit of
The
ice.
ring isn't
Did
very
Hey,
close.
side note, by
45
the way,
seconds.
have you guys ever been asked on a date? Like you weren't the
No,
starter?
actually one time.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That yeah tells me all I need to know.
Well, like
I got asked to prom.
I got asked the
Idiots.
prom as well. That's the only time.
when I was a high school senior, this girl in 10th grade had a crush on me. And we went out once, and it was, like, pretty awkward. And then the next day at school, she, like, tapped me on the shoulder when I was at the lunch table with my friends and was like, hey, let's go take a walk. And then she asked me out again, and I was like, no. And then it was really weird and awkward.
Oh. I have been asked out as well and said no. I forgot about that time.
It sucked pretty
Oh,
bad.
I was only counting the time I said yes.
Like actually rejecting people is a really weird feeling.
I had someone say yes to me once, and then the day later they were like, "Just kidding," like not just kidding, but
That's
they were
horrible.
like backed out of it.
Incoming care package. I love
Also, this is the most offensive drawing of myself I've ever seen.
Oh,
Oh! Wow,
Oh
it's
my
actually substantially more expensive, or more offensive than originally anticipated.
Making contact with enemy.
Taking fire. Take a deep breath. I still see everything. Firing on subjects. They downed me.
Axta out.
Subject down.
Beginning ring countdown.
I have a subject in view. I have a subject in view. Target spotted. Enemy spotted.
Axta out.
Taking damage, friends. Reloading.
I got some hits on me. Throwing thermal grenade. Patching myself up a bit.
Repairing.
I require assistance. My vision is clear.
I am taking fire,
I
friends.
need medical aid.
Spotted. Taking fire.
Spotted a subject.
I'm down.
Grenade, watch out. Reloading. Look out, grenade. Enemy down.
Spotted a subject. Subject spotted.
Airstrike en route.
God, now, say hello. Just giving my shields a recharge.
I could use some help.
Recharging shields.
Just a sec. 1 second.
Don't worry, I'm here. I am taking fire, friends.
Administering medical aid.
Enemy killed.
Repair.
Clear.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Big up to us. That was the last one in the squad.
Only one. The enemies are shooting at me.
I'm spotted. Taking fire. Firing.
Giving my shields a recharge. I am down.
Frog out. Frog out.
Taking fire.
My shields a recharge.
Down the subject.
You are the Apex Champions.